Hello, everybody. It's Friday night.
Well, hello. What's up, Charles? What's going down?
What is going down is I have had about the most difficult work week I've ever had. And my friend, I'm exhausted.
Well, I got COVID, so we both have had a shitty week, to say
You
the
just
least.
had to one-up me, didn't you?
I'm just saying, you might have had it bad. I didn't have to work at all, but I got the COVID. And you know what? I'm gonna knock on wood here. It hasn't been as bad as my wife has been dealing with it, so I'm not gonna complain. So.
Well,
But-
I'm glad it's not been so difficult for you, and I certainly hope that Sarah feels much better.
Oh, thanks, man.
So, but it is Friday night,
And we made it. We made it.
People are here for Guitar Safari, and for us, for some reason, I don't know why. But
Well, they wanted to hang out mainly with you, Charles, and they knew that because of that, they would be subjected to me. And apparently, these people didn't mind. Which is mind blowing.
I've been doing some research.
Oh boy!
And I've been doing some research on this. And
initially,
I thought they were really here for Sherman.
Well, yeah.
It's Eddie. They're all here for
it. Is here. Well, did you hear that, Eddie? I haven't been giving Eddie as much water as he needs in this heat wave. He's very weak. You sound like he was. Oh, you know what it is, Charles? It's the thing that I was telling you, the mic sense that I turned down so that everyone won't hear my air conditioner and fans because it's very hot here in California. But I got to put Eddie very close for him to be heard. And please let me know if you can't hear me, guys and gals, because of my audio situation, because of the heat.
Well, you are coming through really good on my end, so good. Let's go ahead and welcome in our folks into the chat. First in was Paul McNary saying hello.
What's up, Paul McNary? I appreciate you, sir.
And he's followed by Matt from McCollum Music.
McConnell Music, I also appreciate you, Matt, but I want to know more about McConnell Music. And you know what's screwed about YouTube, Charles? Do we have his link in there yet?
No, it is one I need to put.
Well, I'm not saying you need to put it because you're the only person that puts it. But I will say a flaw in YouTube's system is that they make it difficult for a guy like me to go, oh, looking back through the show, there's McConnell Music. Oh, let me click and subscribe. Mm-hmm. Everybody who subscribes to me, I get a subscribe back if that's an option. Mm-hmm. So, but if McConnell, subscribe to me so I can subscribe to your channel, and then I can get hip to exactly because we're friends. We're close friends.
There you go.
All right.
And so we got Michael Krause in the chat saying, and he is putting out there, he has planted the flag in the soil, and he's got neck through, and he just doesn't have neck through, but he's got the exclamation point, so he's got to be right.
Well, some people, and then ...
And we got Unfucking Believable who says, I'm not a moderator, but I do play one on other channels.
Yes. Hopefully we need a moderator. We don't need moderators, but you know what we do need? We need trolls. We need to get us some good trolls. Somebody come in here and say balls, ass or something. So we got
don't say that too loud because we got enough friends in the chat that are more than willing to apply.
All right, I'm just saying that it's kind of fun now and then to kick someone out. But I get that sometimes in the live chat. I got I got someone that posted, is it weird that I'm masturbating to you right now? Which I thought was hilarious, but it was also felt like maybe I should ban you before it gets worse.
Oh my. Hello there, Chris. How you doing, buddy? And we've got our buddy Dastardly Dave is in the chat. Hello there.
What up? Double D. Dastardly Dave in the house.
And we got GTR 1952. Gary. Gary, welcome in, buddy.
What up, Gary? Shredder.
And I hope you're ready for the next one, Seth.
Okay, I think I might be ready. Who is it?
Big Wave Dave.
What up, Big Wave Dave? Small trophy Seth. Yep.
Yeah, we got our buddy Hip Metalworks is in with us as well.
What's going on, Hip? It's going.
Yeah, Ben comes in with us, and we'll come back to that comment here in a minute.
What comment?
I did one about where he stands on this whole neck through bolt.
We're keeping Ben's comment in the pocket.
Yeah, we
Ben,
might just have to hide it. I don't know.
It's a pocket comment as you save it because it's so good.
Want to welcome in Mitch Heyman. You know, Mitch Heyman's a really cool guy. If you want to know how to get all your equipment sounding good on the YouTubes, that's your guy right there.
If you want to know what the Mitch Heyman is going on, you need to talk to Mitch Heyman. That's all I'm saying. And he knows it, and I know it.
At least he knows anyway. We don't. But
I know. I
want to welcome in Ryan OU812. Oh my God. Their Thursday show, their Trem Thursday was absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, I've been getting beat up all week at work, and I desperately needed something to lift my spirits last night, and they pulled it out. Out. Yeah, I mean, they
should have been there. I was laid out. That was when my fever was probably the worst, I think, when I was yesterday evening. Yeah, between like 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock, I just slept. I think anyway, I feel better now.
I will tell you, music therapy Laz says music is therapy, and oh my God, was he correct Thursday night, because these guys put me on a healing path. I will tell you,
they were shredding, huh?
Oh, unbelievable.
They were playing in your key.
I like that.
It was like A minor.
Want to welcome in Trev Symmetry. Hello there, my friend. He was part of that conspiracy there Thursday night. Next week has got to be better, Ben. Certainly. Hello there, Wayne McConnell.
Right. What up, Wayne?
He called us knuckleheads.
We are knuckleheads.
All right, I'll take it.
Knuckleheads are kind of in term of endearment. For the kind of, what's up, you knucklehead? You could put it in a context that we might feel a little salty, but I don't mind knucklehead.
No, and it's probably a pretty accurate description for the two of us anyway.
Right? Yeah. As a drummer, I broke my knuckles a lot, so I was a knuckle cracker.
Welcome in Cushman NYC. He has been everywhere this week, and I really enjoy seeing him in the chats.
What up, Kush? Kush. Grab hand. All right, we're not going there. Grab hand on the tush. Kush.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't help it.
Hey, HR asked us to be careful.
Oh, that's right. You better be careful, you jerk. All right, Sherman. I'm going to bring you on screen.
Paul, how many of the cats are with us tonight? How many of the cats are there?
I'm sensing. Hold on, cat sensors. Meow, 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 meow. 8. That's what I got. I used cat sensors. It told me 8.
There are 5. There are 3 thinking about it, but haven't made up their minds.
They haven't decided yet exactly whether or not. I get it. It takes a while.
Oh, there are to my buddy Mark Taft. How are you doing?
What is happening, Mark Taft?
Love that guy. He's awesome. And we got Bo Guitar Man 45 in the chat.
Mark Taft has the 2 dogs on. Is that dogs on his logo?
They are. He is a big dog lover.
He is winning. He automatically wins. Mark Taft wins. So you win, Mark, means that Charles and Seth will be coming to your house and you'll buy us a sandwich.
No,
where do you live, Mark?
It's Subway this week, right?
No. I mean, it depends on what Mark wants to do. He might have a favorite. He might even be like he has a gyro shop that he wants to go to. I'll settle for that. We'll do burritos. Depends.
I love it. And then we got Keith H in the chat as well. Hello there.
What up, Keith?
And he's been followed by Patrick Trites, who's saying cheers and to all those folks in the chat.
What is up, Patrick?
All right, so that catches us up with the chat, my friend. So
who's in a heat wave? Who's in a hot heat wave? Charles, you're burning your balls.
It's not as bad here. I don't know if it's just not as bad here or if I'm just used to it now, right?
Okay. It's 105 or what?
when everyone's complaining about the heat lately, I find myself actually having to look at my weather app to find out what it is. Okay, so so it's been relatively mild here. We've been in the 80s this week, and
that's not bad at all.
Creeped into the 90s a little bit, but we've had some storms here in Texas too. So
right, I've heard that it was kicking over there.
Our poor folks in Houston, a lot of them have lost power and no really time in sight when they're going to get it back.
The rich folks are okay
in the 90s.
That doesn't seem right. That only the poor folks lost power. And then the rich folks are like,
it's Houston in general.
In general.
Yeah,
I thought you meant just the poor people didn't have power.
No, it is as a result of that hurricane coming on shore. So, hoping my friends up in the Houston area are doing well.
Yep, and power is too damn expensive, Charles. Electricity in general. When you're paying a bill, it's very expensive, and it seems that you should be able to generate it out of nothing, out of the air. Am I wrong with that?
Well, you could. A fella could, right?
Well, I'm just saying, because I've seen with my own eyes in nature lightning come from the air. Boom. No, there was no power plants around. There's no generators. Boom. Electricity flew. And so, now I'm sending off money, $600 for that fucking free lightning.
But and I want you to know, in all of Seth's COVID hysterics,
delusions,
hallucinations that were going on while he was struck with fever, he came up with our topic tonight of set necks versus bolt-ons. And to that end, Seth, let's kind of delve into what the chat's provided us so far.
Yeah, let's get some answers and some thoughts.
So Matt from McCall Music is saying bolt-on versus set neck. He likes the way set neck looks, but it's a lot easier to set up. But if it's a lot easier to set up, he doesn't really care.
Okay.
So for him, it's more of an aesthetic thing rather than, a playability thing or sustain thing. All the arguments that are traditionally made.
No, people will argue all the time with the set on neck that at some point you can get to a point where you would either have to reset the neck or your bridge can't go any lower and you just get maxed out and you don't have any shim ability.
Mm-hmm.
But I worked on thousands of guitars, and only saw that case twice or maybe 3 times out of thousands. So does it happen? Probably. Is it a common occurrence? Not really. So, I mean, over time, if you have it for 40 years, yeah, you might need to pop the glue.
That is true, especially with acoustics, right? You're always hearing about acoustics.
Don't. I'm telling my Lakewood is going to hear you. It's right in there. It's going to say neck reset, Charles. Neck reset. Yes, I need a neck reset, please. And it's going to look at me and be like, Papa, you used to love me. And now I sit here unplayed. I'm like, I know, but you're not fun anymore.
Well, you remember when you were thinking earlier in the show?
No,
all of 14 minutes ago, that we should have some trolls.
Yes, do we got trolls now?
Well, we have a professional troll.
Nice. Who's that?
Because Ben Coombs is saying, I guess neck throughs aren't an option for these two.
Right. Yeah. Nope. We weren't talking neck throughs.
We weren't talking neck throughs, but I kind of view neck throughs in the same vein, in the same genre as a set neck.
Because you're not going to take it off.
Yeah.
You're not going to unbolt it. This is what kind of where we're going.
I get it. There are those that believe that a neck through has got a whole lot more sustain than either one of the others, right?
Yeah, I can agree that it's, but when you join two pieces of wood tightly with wood glue.
That just did not sound right.
Sorry, I burped because I have to burp sometimes. You know,
No, it wasn't even that.
When you
It's in my head.
oh, it was what I said. When you join two pieces of wood tightly with the glue, the sustain I think is going to be there pretty much. You know, but I agree that if you can do a neck through one piece, is awesome. Yeah.
Let's see. What else?
And then glue the wings on.
I know I saw a couple. Oh, I love Hip's comment. Let the madness begin. Well,
Let the what? I know I might be a little bit low madness tonight, but I'll try to perk it up. I'm having beer anyway. I'm having 2 more beers, and I'm not having beers for a while.
Oh, Michael Krause was on board with Ben's comment. I know we're way behind in the chat, but he says, Ben Coombs, I mentioned neck through too, but they are a minority.
They are a minority. So they're like, they don't get electricity, apparently, in Texas. Yep. The poor, you don't get any power.
Yeah. So the trolls are just ganging up. Because
how does that work? By tax bracket?
What have you seen Michael Krause and Ben Coombs bonding in chat? You know,
that's
usually
great.
It's Michael. You know, Michael is trolling Ben, right? So, you know, and just go buy a Jan Electro, you two, okay? Just really, seriously. I don't know. Just don't know.
I don't know, man. I've still been working though, and staying busy. I've been working on Randy's guitar. It's coming out really good. And guess what?
Hit Metalworks just wants
to
know that alcohol kills germs. Just a thought.
Yeah, exactly. It kills COVID. That's
Which is why I heard a pop top over there on your side a while ago, I believe. So you are self-medicating with IPA.
I told you I was feeling okay. I mean, if I was, how I really know when I'm feeling, when I'm really sick, Charles, you know how you know? It's when I don't want to touch pot. That's when I know I'm sick. That's when I know I'm like, uh-oh, I'm sick. Like, I don't want to puff anything, and I don't want to even eat something. I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I usually don't go to the hospital.
For me, it's when I stop eating.
Yeah, okay. You've been looking healthy though. You haven't been bubbled up and looking unhealthy.
No, but I will tell you, last night I did not eat dinner. I cooked dinner for the family. I did not eat it
because you were stressed.
Yeah,
and you need to get used to firing people, Charles. People are failures, and it's okay to fire them.
The people that work for me are fantastic. It is just
except for the failures.
It's that time of year.
Except for Tommy. Tommy's getting fired tomorrow.
But Matt wants you to know that he's been subbed to you for a while now.
Oh, well, what the hell? I usually get a notification that says so-and-so has subscribed to your channel, and then I'll go back and double check it, Matt. And that's my bad if I have you on there and I just haven't.
Well, your fella has been busy.
Well, I mean, yeah, and then no, but I say that because I do want to check it out, because if he's making music, that's really cool.
And our buddy Randy Crooks has shown up. Welcome in, Randy. Want to say hello there?
What up, Randy?
And, says, to respond to your question, my collection is about half and half between set necks and bolt-ons, and for him, it really just depends on the guitar.
Agreed. I'm currently doing a set neck for Randy.
That's right. How is that project going?
It's going fantastic. Randy, are you cool with me sharing the project here? I'm sure you are, right? It's already been getting shared anyway. But I want to show off as the headstock shape. But anyway, carry on. Also, the body came together great. I put all the hardware in today, putting in the ferrules. There's 6 on top and 6 on the bottom, and it's a little bit stressful pressing in the ones on the top. The ones on the bottom you had to glue in, but because you don't want to press them into the wood. But the ones on top you have to press in, and that's a little bit stressful. And then the pressing in of the buckets for the bridge, all that happened today. And
Excellent.
so now I want to just finish everything on the neck before I glue it in. So I want to get the headstock decal done. And the final thing is just, I want to go back and I have to text RC a little bit just to find out how soft he wants the edges rounded. Just, soften up those frets a little bit, make them nice, but not too soft. Some people like a little bit of a sharp edge, not on the fret, but on the fretboard.
But on the fretboard and how it feels in your hand, sure.
Yeah, a little bit crisper edge, but I like it round. I like it worn out, kind of.
So Randy is expressing some concern that you stopped your daily streams. He was concerned, but also a bit relieved.
I saw that earlier and chuckled to myself. Also a bit relieved. Yes, he was like, oh man, he might be dead, and it might be better for all of us. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I didn't have the energy, and also some of the stuff I was doing was like in and out, takes focus, and it's quick. And then a lot of the times when you're doing I think it was 16 coats on the body of True Oil, and then 8 or 10, I'm pretty sure it was 8 on the neck. And that's where I stopped because the color and the sheen was like right where I wanted it. And plus, you don't want the neck to be super, super glossy,
Right.
And different wood cuts absorb the oil differently. I'm noticing, certain cuts are like gulp, sucking in the oil. But here, let me show you the headstock shape because you haven't even seen it. I haven't even shared this with you.
Well, you heard the beep on my phone, right? Well, I've got an update from a Charles Green. And
nice.
he's pretty much got assembly pretty much handled on that Motley Crue guitar.
Oh, beautiful.
And so he says that he should be done tonight with that. And this is live as it's coming in here. But should be done tonight. And he's working and lurking, and that this guitar is coming out badass. So
no pictures?
Oh, he sent a picture. We're gonna have to share this. I think forgive me there, Seth.
Of course.
Okay, let's go entire screen and here we are.
Nice. Coming together. Yeah.
It is definitely coming together. So rumor is it may make an appearance on the Ben Coombs show this Sunday.
Oh, killer.
So
yeah, the Floyd sometimes takes a day or two to dial in. It could be a little bit of a thing, but then again, it could just set up perfect. You never know.
And Seth, I don't know if you've noticed, but here on the Floyd, do you notice the red titanium?
The D-Tuna?
All those adjusters, the fine tuners are all red too.
Oh wow, that's sick.
Yeah, it is. It is something else.
That's amazing. Is that a newer Floyd when it's all titanium?
It is an FU tone Floyd.
FU tone Floyd. That sounds good. All right.
All right. So
how much are those though?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't. I've not priced one.
All right, single me out. We're gonna do a headstock reveal. Ready?
Okay, we're gonna solo you out here. All right, let's look at that headstock.
Dun 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 dun
3-on-3.
dun 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 dun. California Customs on the back. But this wood started out, this mahogany. That's the shade that starts. And that's what we finish with.
I like it. I am digging on it, my friend.
Thank you. It's the P.R. Esley style guitar.
Maybe we should pass this guitar around the community first before Randy gets it.
No, that's not cool. He's super patient, and he's like, hey man, when you're gonna, well, the thing that actually might come together sooner, because today I told him the realistic time frame.
Uh-huh.
And it might be sooner than that, which is cool, but I don't want to go claiming, because I want to make sure that it's perfect.
Don't overpromise. It's we know things will hold you back. Welcome in, Gear Junkie 35. Glad you're here with us. Thank you.
What up, Gear Junkie? I like to play it for a while. After I have it, and I mean, for at least a week. That way, if something's going to go wrong, hopefully it goes wrong on me.
Speaking of losing power earlier, Bo says he was losing power on and off yesterday. You went for about 15 minutes or so, and then it went back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it must not be the poor thing then, if it's Bo. Bo's not poor. Oh man, yeah. So yeah, I guess that neck, that is a set neck. So we were talking about cost of build, right? Yeah. It actually costs less, in my observation, to do the set neck than to do the, because with the bolt on, you've got the drilling of the holes, you've got the 4 screws, and you've got the neck plate. Right. So, and with the set neck, you've got the glue. And the clamp, but the clamp you are using, the clamp doesn't go with the guitar. So, you know what I mean? You're using that over and over. So, is it less expensive to build? Slightly. Yeah, a little bit less expensive. Tiny bit. Because neck plates are $10 and the screws are $1 each, $14.
Mm-hmm.
You build 1,000 guitars, that's $14,000.
I get where you're going there.
Well, you build 1,000 guitars a day, and it starts to add up. I mean, that's what I think that's kind of where they are thinking a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well,
as far as the value.
In terms of the value, to me, whether a guitar is set neck or neck through or bolt on really doesn't matter. It's, do I love that guitar? Do I like the way it feels? Do I like the way it sounds? Right? Does it work for me?
Right.
And so it's just one of the many things. I think kind of how you attach your necks, to me, is a lot like thinking about tone wood.
Other than acoustic guitars, do you have any set neck electrics in the house right now?
I have one. No, I have 2.
So do you play those more often than the others, or those ones that you play?
One is a Epiphone Les Paul traditional Pro 3.
Right.
And as much as I like it, I don't really bond with a Les Paul. It's just it's not me. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a great guitar. It plays well. It looks the part. It does, it checks all the boxes. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about how you could enjoy that guitar. It would have to be at high volume. Right. Yeah. Play on a bigger amp at a higher volume and bust that baby out.
And the other set neck is Firefly 338, which is
so semi-hollow.
It's a semi-hollow, and I've always loved it, but ever since I got the Univox, the 70s Univox, I don't really pick it up much more, because I like the pickups in the Univox much better, right?
Right.
And so it's about the guitar as a whole. And so when we were talking about neck resets earlier, Ben was bringing up that neck resets are only on acoustics. You almost never have to do them on electric, he says.
Exactly. Like in the thousands and thousands of guitars I saw come through the shop, there's only 1 or 2 that were, and I think one of them we just solved by getting a thinner bridge. And that brought down the action just as much as you needed to not have to mess with anything else. You can even recess the things. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do But then again, you can also pull a neck. It's not that hard to melt glue.
Mm-hmm.
It's just messy, and you have to clean it all up. But it's not that
It's a
hard.
pain in the ass. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just messy. Yeah.
Well, Geary Junkie 35, he contributes that neck set necks have more sustain, bolt-ons, more snap and top end pop, and that's his 2 cents in that.
I will say the sustain thing makes complete sense. Although I've had some bolt-on guitars that were unbelievable sustain. So the amount that you can get like from a good bolt-on that's really proper, and it's just some guitars just fucking sustain, right? Some just are more than others. But yeah, I could see a little bit of it being because it's one solid piece versus two pieces bolted together. Yeah.
And Guitar Man 45 is asking, Charles, do you do fabric top cornhole boards? The funny thing about that is there's been discussion about that. Just haven't had someone crazy enough to send me one yet. So
that's a fun idea.
And I like this comment from Michael Charles Seth. He says, the one thing that's never really discussed is the scale length, right? Almost all the time set necks are usually 24.75 and bolt-ons are 25.5s.
Usually, yep. Usually.
Yeah,
and
you think it really has anything to do with it? Or is it that's just the scale lengths of the given companies doing things that way?
That's the given scale length of the company for the most part. It doesn't matter because you could just size the neck and make it any scale length that you want. You know what I mean? Like the PRS does that 543, right? Is that what it is? And it's just a funny little scale length that, like, as long as you get it within a certain range, you'll be able to intonate it perfectly, almost perfectly. So.
Right, but within our debate of bolt-ons and set necks, you think those two things are related at all, or is it just company by company kind of thing?
I mean, Fender does some set neck stuff, so I mean, I think it's just. I think that what companies went with what they invented. And I would like to know the history of if they were ever deciding at Gibson, if that was because they did some bolt-ons here and there, right? And why they probably saw the cost of the plates and the screws.
Right. And I think some of it goes back to this is just the way that company's always done it. And that's when people think of a Gibson, they think of a set neck. When they think of a Fender, they think of a bolt-on, right? It's,
Yeah, and it's not necessarily only expensive guitars that are set neck. Inexpensive guitars are set neck. LTDs are set neck. Let's name off some. I mean, we could go with some Chinese stuff that's probably $200. That's not bad. That's set necks. Some of those Gibson guitars and a bunch of set neck stuff that's very inexpensive. It's just another way of building a guitar. And if you set your angle right and your bridge is correct, you should be good to go for quite a while.
Yep. Michael Krause says usually he's trying to get Ben to play a Dan Electro through a fuzz pedal. Michael, you just might have to sponsor that video and send him the accoutrement, and then he doesn't really have a choice.
Nice. That's wicked nice.
And Unfucking Believable is also contributing to the idea that the bolt-on is a much snappier.
Yeah, I agree.
And Gear Junkie 35, kind of hearkening back to your earlier comment, he says he's never too sick to smoke. Never.
But you also, so snappy could be contributed to bolt-on also because a lot of bolt-on necks are what kind of wood?
There you go.
So maple is a little more snappy than what kind of wood? Mahogany.
Right. Yeah. The Gibsons tend to be mahogany necks. The Fenders tend to be maple necks. And so, is the snappiness really is it coming from the wood? Is it coming from the way the wood is attached? Is it coming right? Is it coming from the skill? Like they're a combination of all three of them.
A lot of bolt-on necks, especially fenders that are maple, might be a full lacquered neck, which a lacquered fretboard will give you a lot of snap, a lot of pop, snappity pop, which might be more of a snappity pop thing than the set neck or bolt-on argument.
Mm-hmm. Well, Guitar Man 45 is on a mission from God. Did you know that?
He's on a mission from God.
He's on
well, we got to get him, 2 roast chickens and 14 slices of toast.
There you go, because he is putting the band back together,
I love this. Okay. What? Who's all getting back together? Who's the band?
Okay, Coombs, what is this all about? I need to eat an edible and relax. Seriously.
Deep breath.
See, this is why you don't ask for trolls.
Deep breath. Yummy.
I don't know.
It's okay. It's all right. Texas will come around very soon. Don't worry.
Well, Blue Mox, welcome in. I know you've been in for a little bit here. I want to welcome you in.
What is happening, Blue Mox, in the house?
Not only do we have Blue Mox, but we've got Dwight the Hitman Bailey.
Dwight Bailey, what is up, dude? Everybody came through tonight to say what's up.
They are.
Yeah, set neck seems to be a cool thing. It's not any real big difference as far as from a building perspective.
Okay, I'm sorry, Seth. I just have to put this one up here now because it's got me tickled. He says, okay. Blue Mox was talking to Hit Metalworks, and he's been working on an original with the wife, and the title is "Going Down the Poop Hole."
Oh,
and it's all about the disappointments in life.
Poop hole. I can help you with some lyrics.
I'm digging this idea and can't wait for the video because there's got to be a video. There just has to be.
Oh, I mean, come on. I thought I was gonna live a life. I thought I was gonna free my soul, but it all went down the poop hole. Down the poop hole. Yeah, I get it.
There you go. And Guitar Man 45, he took the stickers off a Fender Ultra Strat, and man, this guitar is amazing. It has a maple neck, Texas T finish. Oh my.
Fuck those stickers. Those stickers doing on that, making that guitar less amazing. That's bullshit. Get those stickers out of here.
Dave Chase,
that's one thing that's great about Fenders. Unless it was left in the sun, you can use that naphtha and really clean any gunk off and get it like shiny, like new, as long as it wasn't left in the sun with a sticker on it.
There you go.
Then you're kind of like, what do I do now? But get a bigger sticker.
Want to welcome in Mark FX. He's saying howdy, folks.
What up?
He is followed by our favorite music-in-law, Ryan Hall.
What up?
And I don't know if you've noticed it, but Ryan Hall's got a new video out last week, and it is worth the watch. I'm just saying.
Nice. All right, I'll have to go check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna be chilling on the deck, veggie burger.
And Randy wants you to know that all the pictures you are sending him are just awesome. They're great.
Oh, he's liking the guitar porn. So here's the thing about building a guitar for a friend, that you can keep them posted along the way. Like something like this takes a long time. I mean, considerably a long time, because you take your time with it. You do a coat, you let the coat seep into the wood before you pull it back. Do you guys want to see the body?
If you're offering,
why not? Why not?
Well, and the other thing too about that, I did that with Randy as well, and I did it with Charles Green, and I think it helps them to feel part of the build and to really get excited about it as it goes along. Let's see who else. What else do we have going on here? And Randy likes the way you're doing the logos. Awesome.
Great.
And hello there, Mark's Gas Station.
All right, here we go.
And our buddy Zach Thong is here as well.
You all right? You want to solo me out for the big reveal?
Oh, you want to be soloed
I
out?
mean, come on. I mean, work hard
Are
on
you
this.
are you ready? You got your crap
Yes.
together, do you?
I got my crap together, I think. All right, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Let me get the...
It is a looker. I love the grain in this.
Yeah, the flame. It's not...
There we go.
This thing really popped out. I love it. And then, so we're basically really close as far as getting this baby glue. Okay, you can take me back. Getting this baby glued together.
I'm sorry, I was enthralled by the body.
Oh, thanks, dude.
And Michael,
not bad, right?
Looking at the headstock shape a while back, he was liking the look of that.
Oh, nice. Okay, thanks, Michael. Right on, right on.
Let's see.
That was also Randy should get some props on that because I gave him different choices. I did more than 10 versions. We could do ugly headstock hour again, I guess, if we wanted to, and go through all the ones that didn't win. There's some kind of weird looking, like I did kind of like a bunch of different ones. I did one that looks kind of like Darth Vader's head, but it looked kind of like a penis, so you really couldn't do that. And then like,
well, you could,
you could. I mean, but then it was, I mean,
Bo, I bet you're right. You put a Murphy Lab in my hands, it'd probably change my mind. You're probably most likely right.
They're great. Yeah.
But, so far with what I've got my hands on, I know what I like. And, I like my straps. I like my tellies. I like my semi-hollows. And I don't know what it is. I'm not drawn to a Les Paul shape. I mean,
what about Les Paul Jr.? You like that?
I like the juniors, but it's the juniors are just the availability. I don't know if it's the look or it's how available they are for rather cheap, right?
Yeah, here's the thing. Would be cool. Build a set neck. Build yourself a set neck.
Build a set neck junior. Okay.
Or, I mean, maybe not a junior, maybe whatever. Just build one. Because then could you build a lot of bolt-ons, and refurbished, like taken down to scrap and then rebuilt, which is essentially building bolt-ons, right? So you've done that a bunch. Why not do a kit of a set neck and then maybe do a from scratch? I first did a from scratch bolt-on, and now I think I'm going to do a from scratch set neck.
Well, see, that'd be interesting to see what that comparison is too, right? Someone has done both, right? And Paul McNary is probably asking the question we all should have been asking from the beginning. Really, here is, what is it that gives a guitar its magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is that necessarily the same thing for each guitar?
Couple of things. What gives guitar a magic, I think, is the energy that's put into it. Like, right? You can tell, like, that's why custom guitars are good, because somebody has put a lot of energy in. That's why custom shop guitars that cost you $5 or $6 grand or whatever are good, because people put in a lot of attention to them. That's why a lot of vintage guitars are good, because a long time ago, you were allowed more time as a craftsperson or a warehouse, like a worker in a factory building the guitars, allowed more time to make it quality. So, like, those are the things that make a magic instrument, I think. And then you have other stuff too. Like I have could be a crappy instrument, but then your dad gives it to you or whatever. But my dad was amazing as
Right.
far
What is your connection to it, and what are your influences? I think all those things kind of play into it, right?
totally.
I think it's one of the things that Phil McKnight talks about quite a bit is about, you know, all these different things, whether it be tone wood, whether it be set neck or bolt on neck or how the pickup is mounted, all that. It's all a portion of it, and it's cumulative, right? It all adds up. You get the right combination of things for what you individually like, and it's an awesome guitar. And a guitar that you might think is awesome is maybe one that I might not think is awesome when I put it in my hands.
Totally.
It
could be everything from shape, design, color, there's so many things that you cannot like about a guitar, right? Mm-hmm. The way that playing a SG style bridge is a lot different than playing a Strat style bridge. It's a quarter inch off the deck, or a half inch off the deck sometimes. So if you're used to Strat playing with your hand right up against or Telecaster playing with a very flat bridge, your whole hand positioning has to change. Your picking changes. Everything changes. So some people might hate it, but then some people might really like it, and then some people use it for what it is, as a tool to make them play differently.
There you go. And GTR 1952 Gary, he says HD neck plates are $227 from Stu Mac, and he's tried the cheaper ones and no bueno, right? And Gary's done quite a bit of putting together some guitars here.
See, now I mean $27. I mean, how much this? I bought this bottle of Type Bond. It was $8, and I could probably do 500 guitars for this with the amount of glue.
So Paul McNary was asking in the chat, Bo, when you pick up several guitars and play them, what makes them magic in your hands?
Mm-hmm.
And so Bo is answering, Paul, my heart, he says, my heart, it's what I feel or what comes in my mind at the time.
Some guitars too, like the balance of the pickups is such a big thing that people don't realize. You can have a guitar that is great and plays great, but just isn't quite on fire because the pickups aren't as high as they could be.
Yeah.
Before they start to like overload things, and like get those pickups up there as high as they can be before they start overloading, and then back them down a little bit, and you'll be happy that you did that.
Yeah, I had a Strat shaped object once that I was like, why is this thing so quiet? Even though I've got it turned up way high, way higher than my other Strats. And it was when I was still pretty new to things and didn't realize it was the pickup height. The pickups were too low.
Yeah, they just need to be cranked up.
Yeah.
And some our good pickups are very fickle to having that right distance because they're made to absorb at a certain wavelength or frequency, and so when you get them in that sweet spot, they just light up.
Yeah.
So say taking some time and going through up to where it's almost maxing, get a good clean tone and a note, and go to where you can feel it start to break up, then it's too much, and then take it back.
For sure. And Blue Mock says the Solar guy, forget his name, but he tested back to back neck through and a bolt-on of his, and the bolt-on had more sustain. That's interesting because usually the argument's the other way, right?
Right.
And welcome in Han Solo 36. Hello there. And he says glue is cheap. It is true.
Glue is cheap. That's what I was thinking with the with the Gibson overall decision to go that direction.
So Vox Guitar Rocks is making the comment you made to me in the green room. He said Gibson should have went with bolt-on, would make headstock repair easier. Just
exactly right. They should just have bolt-on headstocks. Just the headstock bolts on and off in the middle of the neck.
And Han Solo 36 also said that screw-on has better transfer due to the lack of glue. Interesting. But I think it's like those differences. We all have those differences in what we like in a guitar and what we don't like, and I think it colors our perceptions and our understandings of things as well.
Here's the interesting thing. I was doing some research on gluing in set necks, and some people were saying that if you go with too much, if you over tighten, it's bad. Like your clamps,
right?
Like you want pressure, but you don't want like a gorilla.
You don't want to squeeze all your glue out of there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. You don't want it so tight, I guess, that it just is so that there's that the layer is so thin, which makes sense. You just kind of want to hold it in place firmly because it's made to fit snugly into that pocket. And have you done a bunch of woodworking with gluing wood together?
Yeah.
Because I've also been watching, and they like score just with an awl or something, just a little in where you roll down the glue, just a couple little lines, so that it has a little bit of extra traction as the glue as you.
Yeah, but I think that's an idiosyncrasy of some guys. It's not necessary.
Yeah, it just looks cool on a YouTube video.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got really cool old tools, and they go.
Yeah. And here's one of the great things about this guitar community. Ryan Hall is checking in on our buddy Ferd in East Texas. Ferd, I got Ryan, I got an email from Ferd a couple days ago, and with no mention of the weather. So I think where he is in East Texas, he's doing pretty decent.
Crazy weather out there, big ass tornadoes, heat wave.
He's a lot farther. He's farther east, and I know it did blow through his area, but I think he had more dissipated by the time I got through where he was.
People were doing blow in his area.
Yes.
Damn.
Exactly. I'm glad that's what you got out of there.
Okay, well, doing blows in the area.
And welcome to Sadie Lamp Duo.
What up, Sadie Lamp?
And so he says, was Hendrix's Woodstock Strat a bolt-on? I would assume so. Most of the Strats of the day were.
Almost every Strat's got to be a bolt-on. I think that was like a tongue-in-cheek way of saying, of course, give me a bolt-on.
Yeah, it probably was.
That solo is so good. I mean, those his double stop little interpretations are so fun.
Mm-hmm. And Vox Guitar Rock says he's got a bolt-on neck acoustic and makes his neck resets in the future. Totally not necessary.
Well, most tailors, if you have a tailor, it is a bolt-on.
I love this. Bo is sharing about his relationship with his wife and Jeanette, and she doesn't worry when he's on his phone because she knows he's always looking at some kind of gear.
Oh, that's funny. Right, exactly. What are you looking at? It's like I just flip my phone around. That's funny because I get that a lot. What are you looking at?
And going back to that conversation before, we were talking about how you were sending Randy out pictures and how I sent
totally,
Randy Charles. He's like, he agrees. He says he loved all those updates when I was doing his guitar. And and I think it's really important when you're doing custom work to sit there and keep that customer as involved in that as possible.
I think it's also fun to be a part of. You get to be a part of designing your own headstock shape.
Oh yeah, when I did the Charles Green guitar, we did the whole layout together. We did an hour-long session where we tried every conceivable layout of that T-shirt on that guitar,
right?
And we came up, coming up with a plan. And most of the folks I do guitars for, they pick their fabrics, right? And we talk about how we're going to lay them out. With Randy's, the big controversy was the binding colors, right? Because we went with the green and the cream binding on it, and and which one was going to be on the inside and which one was going to be on the outside, right?
Randy's gonna have to get himself, or does he already have a Badlands guitar?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because that's another one of those internet guys. Although the Badlands are more expensive, and I think you're getting
they are a chunk of change for sure.
$2,500. I looked at getting one just because I wanted to support, but if I was in a better financial place, I would have gotten one regardless because I like the concept and I like everything they're doing. I like everything about it. If someday I am in the financial spot, I would just buy one, but I'm not there. Not happening yet.
There you go. I want to welcome in Gretch Zeppelin. Love it when this guy appears. He's always a fun guy to have in the chat.
Money's a funny thing. I'm recognizing is that, because some people just have a lot of money and it's not a thing. And there's the whole different scale, right? There's people that have no money, like me. Comparatively to some people, I am rich, right? But comparatively to other people, I am poor. It's a weird thing about that.
And so the questions come up whether we're doing a Buffalo meeting this Saturday, and Ben does answer that it is next week, Ryan. In case
Word up next week.
Yep.
I probably don't have to work on Sunday because of COVID, but I don't know how long you test positive because I feel okay. So we'll see.
Well, a lot of places have dropped those COVID protocols.
Well, yeah, my work has a thing, but you have to be 24 hours symptom free with no medications, right? And that might not even happen because if I don't take Tylenol and Advil for a while and I start to feel the fever coming back on and I start to feel like shit, guess what I'm taking? Tylenol and Advil. So I'll probably end up missing Sunday because I'm not going to sit there and feel like shit. Yeah. Oh,
and I've just been putting up comments because there's some we're coming down to our end and we're behind in the chat. And
let's catch it up. Wait, what was the magic of the guitar? I'm reading slow. Got to go back.
Oh, sorry. Randy's saying the magic of the guitar is how you bond with it.
Absolutely.
You or not, right?
Totally.
Hey, Octopus Ears, how you doing? I saw the video with you and Laz the other day. Great to see you. Right, yeah. Phil McKnight doesn't even have a Badlands anymore. That's true.
He probably gave them to the customers that were waiting for him.
I don't think he was entirely happy with what ended up happening out of the whole process.
That's a bummer.
They were happy. There were some things in the first run that they got through them. I don't think the way after the second run he was as happy with what was going on. But that's unfortunate. I don't think so.
You wish you could just get a group of guys that all want to work hard making good guitars and getting them out to people. That's all I want to do. Like, it matters to me what goes out and what people end up playing, right? And those chords, if they sound good, if they're intonated, if it's a fun guitar, if the frets are shiny, if all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, and so
wow,
Phil's part of that process. Well, I think we've done it yet again, Seth. We've got a
wait, hold on. I'm recovering from this news about Phil and the Badlands things. You know what? That's a bad story because all he wanted to do, his intention was so good.
The intention of the idea was good. It's just, it's always is the follow through what you want it to be. And when you're not the only person involved in it.
Right.
Yeah. And so.
I mean, I don't think they were even trying to be profitable. Just trying to be self-sustainable. But yeah, he said the reason he sold guitars.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, there's Eddie Fay. He's been.
What up, Eddie Fay?
Gotta love it. Well, Seth, I want to thank you because this has been a really good topic.
Oh, and all right, worked out, right?
The chat has enjoyed talking about it.
Oh, wait, 1 minute over. 1 minute. I got to tell you, what's fucked up about the COVID?
What's that?
Today was the day I was supposed to drive down, and it was going to be a hassle. I had to be back before 6, but I was supposed to drive down to Livermore and drop off this little kid's guitar to my nephew.
Right.
And we had it all planned out. Uncle Seth's coming down Friday. He's coming around on Friday mid-morning. And my mom bought him a Mustang amp. He's like ready to go. And boom, COVID. And like I said, I don't even feel that bad. I was like, dude, this is really messed up because I could probably come down there. But like if I come down there and give him COVID, and then my mom's kind of old, not old, but older. You can give everybody COVID.
Thanks, Dave Chase. Appreciate that. Well, when COVID was really deadly, my brother had driven all the way down here from Connecticut.
Oh, boy.
Only to find out the night he arrived that he had COVID.
Uh-oh.
And we couldn't do all the things we planned because my wife has a compromised immune system. So we met out in public, 6 to 8 feet, 8 feet apart, and talked to each other. We picked him up some food and dropped it off, and those kind of things.
That's the way we'll see our mother and my mother-in-law tonight when we have dinner. We'll have it on the deck, 8 feet across the deck, and be able to at least see her and say hi. So, no, dude, thank you to all of our amazing, fun family friends for
you
coming
guys are just simply awesome.
Yeah,
just simply awesome. Why anyone shows up on a Friday night and listens to us two goofballs, I don't know, but
it's a guitar safari. It's dangerous.
Yeah. So Seth, what are you working next week, or are we going to see a playing with Presley?
But if I get this guitar together, I'll be playing it a whole bunch. I have been, just laying low, getting better. I probably should start doing some live streams when I get into the point of doing the, what is Randy saying? Thanks, gentlemen. Oh, word up. Yeah. Oh, I got to talk to Randy also about what kind of case he's going to get, because he's going to get a PRS style case, but they make all kinds of cool ones like paisley and black and white checker and all
that. Would be neat. I'd be all over the paisley.
The paisley is kind of cool, and with this guitar, with all the flame and with the natural wood, it's a very beautiful guitar. My wife says to me every time she looks at it, she's like, "You should have ordered 2," because I always say I should order 2 and build 2 at a time. And she's like, "You should have ordered 2 because then I could have kept one." Because I always want to keep it because it's looking really good.
I want to just thank everyone for being here. Have a great week. I have JP Page 2 coming on Chatting with Charles on Sunday.
Oh, killer, nice.
And in the final video on the Charles Green guitar probably might come out on Sunday as well. If not, it'll come out on Monday.
Right.
I was going to do some editing. All right.
Right on. Well, dude, I appreciate you. Good videos coming out too. With we're like reverse watching what we've seen come to fruition, which is cool. Seeing how you do it. I want to watch you cut the pickup holes and stuff next.
That's the next video. That is.
Well, I guess I just proved that I'm up to date. There you go. All right, dude. No, that was really great, man. Thank you guys all for hanging out.
Everyone, have a great evening. Look forward to seeing you all around the guitar ecosystem this weekend.
This is bullshit. This is my show. It's my goddamn show. You're gonna already hit the button.
Come on, people. Charles and me. About to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down. 1 volume, 1 tone. Yeah, Charles